Welcome, everybody, to another edition of Droppin Knowledge with Noah. We are reporting live from NADA 2026 at the Cox Automotive Village. I mean, it's really more like a city. And we've got my good friend and colleague, Jeremy Marshall from Dealer.com. And we're going to kind of talk about what's the latest and greatest stuff that Dealer.com's been pushing out for 2026.
Well, Noah, I'm glad you asked. We've got a lot of really cool things, actually. We've got a new AI design generator, conversational, well, I would say a natural language search on the website. So it's one of those things where, customers are always typing crazy things into Google and they don't really know how to use the correct functions where like using like in-text, things like that.
Yep.
They can now type whatever they want into the website. So it functions the same way as Google. It'll actually parse down and find the features for the vehicle that they're looking for.
Yeah.
It's a pretty difficult thing to do. It's to standardize all these different things across all brands. So normalizing that is going to be a huge win for the dealers and for the customers.
Absolutely. And I think that points back to what we're seeing in the industry right now is a lot of people are starting to search using these LLMs. They're using ChatGPT. We obviously have heard the stat. They're the fastest company to hit 100 million users ever. And, Gemini is taking over. People are using Claude. So how important is it that your website starts showing up in these answers rather than just your typical search results?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very important. I wouldn't think of it like, if I add AI search tools to my website, people are going to be able to find me easier on Google. How it's being used right now is people are actually typing in questions and they're getting an answer that's being spit out. Now, what we've noticed is a lot of the traffic that comes from AI is from like a specific type of user. They're very low funnel shoppers, so it is very valuable, but the click-through rate is still pretty low. So we want to make sure to still focus on like the SEO aspect of things. We're doing all of the things that you need to show up in AI assisted searches from like ChatGPT, that you are a trusted source of knowledge in the area. And also, I mean, if you think about it, it's scraping all of the social media sites.
Yeah.
It's scraping review sites. So when customers go in there, they're not necessarily saying, you know what, where is this vehicle? Because I want to go purchase it.
Yep.
They're searching things like, is this a good business to buy my vehicle from? Should I take it there for service? What are their ratings? Things like that, drive the customer closer to coming into the store.
So that sounds like a lot for a dealership to do on their own. Does Dealer.com offer services that they can utilize to take advantage of that, to do that stuff? So what do they call that?
So there is a package for GEO. If you have your premium SEO and local SEO, that's going to be in its own category.
Yep.
That's how you drive traffic to the website. The GEO category, or generative engine optimization. I'm still getting used to that one.
Yeah.
So what that is going to include is like factual content, like FAQ pages, to try and catch that lightning in a bottle and say the customer's searching this, and I have the answer to it. But there's another added layer to it, right? You want the reputation management that we just talked about. That's responding to every positive and negative review. And then there's review generation as an aspect of that too, and social media. So as long as you're posting frequently on Facebook, Instagram, your Google My Business page, that's super important. All of those things will have a positive outcome for visibility of AI searches.
All right. So, 2026, we got through a ton of change back in 2025. What are the things that dealers should be focusing on with their digital marketing to make sure that they, have a strong foundation and can make sure that they are going to weather any of these big changes that are coming up ahead?
I think the most important thing is actually being able to target the customers in a cost-effective manner. The cost for paid search keeps rising higher and higher every single year. There's more people entering into that space.
Yeah.
So you need to kind of diversify things, in my opinion.
Okay.
So a good paid search campaign, the search terms that are harder or more difficult to acquire through organic search.
Yep.
Maybe customers that are further away. Like we have our Audience Explorer map, and we can kind of set those parameters and figure out how serious of a shopper they are.
Yeah.
And then consult that, and use those market levels to target customers. So with a paid search budget of like $5,000, normally that gets broken up over 30 days, and that's your daily ad budget. Now, imagine if you remove the window shoppers from that, or people that are already on your remarketing list. Having that hyper targeted is going to lower advertising costs. It allows your ads to run longer throughout the day, because if your daily ad budget's depleted, you're going to be invisible.
Yep.
So the next step is organic search. As long as you have organic search in there, that's going to add that needed buffer when your ad budget does run out as well.
Got it. All right. So we're getting those in-market shoppers to your website. What do we want to make sure your website is doing to provide them with a good experience, get them to your vehicles, and get them to, pick up the phone, fill out a form, start their deal online? What are the things that we want to do to optimize that experience?
Yeah, really. I think it comes down to, like, if we look to the listing sites are popular for a reason. They're a great shopper experience. They have digital retailing tools on them now. One of my favorite features is the My Wallet feature. It's an integration that's on AutoTrader, the dealer.com websites now. And so when that customer does anything on AutoTrader or KBB, they're essentially telling us, hey, this is how much I want to spend on this vehicle. Here's my financial situation. And then not making them repeat that. There's so much time wasted on the customer's end where they have to keep filling out the same information across all of the websites. And also, when they get into a digital retailing experience, if a lot of those things are already filled out, that's a huge bonus. And it allows you to actually shop more vehicles in a shorter amount of time too, and understand which vehicles you should be looking at as well.
I love it. I love it. So let's take a step back. Give us one sentence. What really separates dealer.com from everybody else in this space?
Honestly, I think the people. You thought I was going to say data, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah.
I did think you were going to say that.
No, absolutely not. That's an important part of it, but the people that run all of this. And I think it's important to note too that, like, if there's nobody behind the wheel of your AI tools, the people are the important elements. They're the drivers, right? It can go off the road pretty easily if you let it. So yeah, I would say the people.
Spoken like a true former performance manager. Brothers
got me there.
Man, and operations leads too. So
yeah,
that's great. Well, Jeremy, thanks a lot for sharing your incredible knowledge. And for those of you who are at NADA, be sure to stop by the Cox Automotive Village if you already have not. Check out some of the great new technology that we have at dealer.com. Check out all the other great technology we have across all Cox Automotive. And stay tuned. We're going to have some more Droppin Knowledge with Noah for everybody out there.
Thanks, everybody.